I think a good audition is an audition where you come in relaxed and confident and show your personality. So here at M Acting Studio, we've come up with 7 principles for the actor for when they walk into that audition and how to really knock it out of the park, get the call back, and book the job. Starts with confidence. I think confidence is huge when it comes to auditioning. I think as long as actors know at least how to fake confidence and get the people behind the table to trust them and trust that they can put them on a set tomorrow, then they're doing their job. So that comes with learning your lines, being prepared, being relaxed, really listening and focusing on the reader and your choices in the scene. And that confidence will come off of you. But again, it's all about body language and eye contact. We want to feel like you can take charge of a set. I think when it comes to character, when you're exploring a script, an actor can't worry about what they want, the casting directors. They have to figure out how to put their own stamp on it and say, this is my version of this character. I've made these choices. I'm open to adjustments, but I've put a lot of thought into this, and I think this character has perhaps these 3 qualities. Some of those qualities are similar to mine, some are different, but I think of it as just adjusting the dials. So if it's a comedy, big broad comedy, you take your own personality and you dial it up energy-wise in that direction or pacing-wise, or if it's a 1-hour drama with a crying scene, you tap into that side of your emotions. But more importantly, you're coming up with a character that speaks to you, that you've interpreted from the script. Because remember, the script is just a rough guide. The magic comes from what you bring to it. So I think it's really, really important to bring yourself to it. At the heart of every scene and character is conflict. Sometimes that's a conflict in the scene, and sometimes it's a conflict within the character's self. So it's important that an actor knows what the character stands to gain in the scene and what he's afraid of losing. And that conflict really, really drives the scene. And it's really important that the character understands the stakes and really, really believes in that conflict. That's going to create the drama. That's going to make the viewers want to watch you. So when you step into that audition, it's important to be very clear. What does my character want? What's getting in the way of that? What is this conflict that I have to get past? I think concentration is really important in auditions. Basically, you have 2 minutes to prove that you're this character and that you can handle this material and that you can stay nice and focused. You're not micromanaging the future and wondering what you're going to do with the money you make from getting this job. You're not worried about all the rejection you've had in this casting office before and what they think of you. The important thing is you're concentrating on these imaginary circumstances that are happening right now in this audition room, and that intense focus and concentration will help you dissolve your nerves and also show them that you can handle being on a film set with 150 crew members around and 3 cameras swirling around you on cranes and dolly shots. That kind of concentration really can come across in the audition if done well. Connection is really important in auditions. Who are these characters you're talking to and how do you feel about them? That means look them in the eyes, not in a crazy, creepy, staring contest way, but really understand who they are to you and connect to them and care about what they're saying and find what that chemistry in that relationship is, because that's really going to bring the scene to life. It is about these characters, their behavior, and how they relate to each other. So make sure after you know the lines, after you do all the given circumstances, that you then can sit in that chair and really work on this connection between this reader who you've pictured in your mind as being this really, really important person to you. Be really clear with your choices. The important thing is you don't want to go in there, again, worrying about what they want and trying to serve up the perfect audition. Make clear, specific choices based on these characters, the room that you're in the scene, where all these characters are standing, and the natural spontaneity will come out of that. But it's really important that you've mapped it out at home and you really know how much each of these things matter to you, whether it's people or objects or the environment that you're in or the feelings. Be very specific, because that will make for a much better audition. I think charisma is the most important element of a good audition and probably the hardest to describe. Charisma comes from being natural and effortless and confident, but also entertaining and alive behind the eyes. It means filling this character's world with images that you respond to, that matter to you, that you really believe in, and connecting to them. And it's that kind of charisma that jumps off the screen and makes you want to watch an actor for 1 episode, 6 episodes, a full season, many seasons, or an entire 2.5-hour movie. It's essential to a really, really good, strong audition. The truth is, you're going to spend a lot of your career in the audition room, so you have to really learn to love it. You have to learn to create these worlds in your imagination and disappear into these characters' minds and believe their situations and their circumstances and their conflicts. So these 7 principles are a way for actors to approach these scenes, knowing at the end of the day that a lot of it's about type and hair color and eye color and things out of your control, but at the very least, we can control this foundation upon which we base these auditions on and hopefully help our actors get the call back and book the job.